So I'm in the finished van now, and we have to go back a long way to when I started building the monitor lift, which is just behind me now and what I'm going to talk about in this video. It's Pebbles, what are you doing? I'm recording a video. Yeah, so we have to go back 12 months, more than 12 months, probably about 14 months. When I first started the campervan, when I started the monitor lift, I don't know why I started that first, but it turned out really cool. I can't wait to show you it at the end of the video, the finished product. I'll be back here. But back a long time now to where I started making it. So you're probably thinking, what's all this stuff on the table here? Well, basically I am building a lift. So there's going to be a monitor lift, and this is like the fourth idea I've had, but I think it's going to work this. So basically I've got an actuator, and why am I doing this? So you're probably thinking, that's just such a dumb idea. Yep, it definitely is a dumb idea. However, I can do it, and I'm trying to make the best landscape photography van in the world, so I've got to do something spectacular. And I think this is going to be really useful, especially for me where using a laptop's really hard for me because I bend over, I want the monitor at right height. So, and I don't want the monitor on show, I want it hidden. So this is going to hide the monitor under the desk. So I've got an actuator, and you've got to imagine that this here, this platform is going to go vertically and it's going to go against the wall. And then basically this platform is going to go up and down like that with a monitor on it, and it is going to swing out and allow me to hide my monitor under the desk. So I'll talk more about it as I go along. There's rails and things, but I think this is going to be so cool. So I just need to get building it. Then first thing to do is to figure out the positioning of things and get these rails in the right place and make sure they're completely parallel, because obviously that's really important. Okay, here goes.
So you can see me here prepping the monitor lift. I use a lot of aluminium in this because it's super light and super strong. Luckily as well, you can cut aluminium with the same wood saw if you're super careful. Here I'm cutting my L bracket that's going to hold the actual table. Drilling some holes, and I'm going to now talk you through what I did with all these bits.
Right, so I basically screwed this into here loosely, so there's a little play at the moment, but that'll be fine. And I haven't bolted these down so they can move left and right a little bit. And so I bolted it here, and then when I move it down to there, it should adjust itself, and I can bolt that down now so it continues to run smoothly, because this basically is just going to make sure that everything goes up and down nice and smoothly, which is the plan. It doesn't go that way. Right, so screw this, bolt it down. I think the key to this is going to be tolerances, like just making sure everything's tight and runs like that. That's good. Right, next stage is put some more screws in here, and then I'm going to work out how to fasten this down, and then I'm going to connect this. So these are going to connect here. It'll all come clear, so that they give it extra rigidity when the table's up, and it doesn't put a huge amount of pressure on the actuator.
So the purpose of these square sections is to go onto the actuator that will push up the monitor table and keep it really steady. So I need to just manufacture some parts that I can then screw together. Unfortunately, I can't TIG weld, which would have been even better. I then just needed to put these bits together, connect them to the actual tabletop, this L bracket here, and then the bits at the end are to connect to the end of the actuator. I'm going to put a bolt through the hole.
Right, I've I've connected these bits, connected the bit at the end there, and it's completely extended at the moment. I'm going to retract it, hopefully. It's going to slide back nice and easily. I just want to check there's nothing weird going on. I've connected this reverse polarity switch, and just need to plug it in because I need 12 volts for it. So I've just got a transformer here that's going to give me 12 volts. And hopefully, I don't know which way to press it. That way. Oh. Stop. Yes, that worked. Yes. Right, so I can just, so now I just need to check everything. And yeah, it's quite solid as well, to be honest. I reckon it's going to be good. There's a bit of movement that way. Right, so it's upright. Obviously it's going to be fixed against the wall in the camper van. So I've got the rails, which give a little bit of rigidity to it in this direction. The actuator pulls up so that it can sit down this platform, which is going to have another sort of fake tabletop on it. So when it gets to the right height, it's going to look correct. This will go up, and then this comes out. Now I've got to be a bit careful because it's just held up by 2 screws at the moment. So I'm just going to have to do some tests. I'm going to put on my monitor. I'm very scared about doing this. And then just send it up, I think, and just see what it's like. I might just brace the back of it. Quite excited about this. Right, this is the monitor that I'm going to have hidden. Yeah, there's a reason I've gone for this. Not just because it looks epic, but it's the lightest and thinnest monitor. Let me explain. So, I'm going to get this out. Right, I need to put my Visa attachment on. Right, here goes nothing. I mean, the good thing is that this ridiculously expensive monitor is really light. Oh. So you guys can see. There we go. It's leaning forward a little bit, but well, the whole depth of this now, this stupid contraption they've made, is 16 centimeters, so not too bad. It's about as thin as I can make it, I think. Right, here goes nothing. I have the switch. It's switched on. Please work. That worked. I mean, it's really hard to do because obviously I've nothing holding onto here, which I will have. So I just got to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to have to hold this and pull this out. I think it's going to be okay. I'm trying to work out where the leverage is.
Considering I've been dreading this, I wasn't very prepared. I was doing this above my head with a very expensive monitor over a concrete floor. Not the best idea, but I trusted I had a solid build.
Jesus, that needs sorting.
So after that close call, I went back to the workbench to reinforce the lift. I put these braces on at a diagonal, which made it a lot more rigid.
Right, so I'm gonna put it in the van now, but I think two things. One, I put this base on, which makes it about 2.5 centimeters higher. And I think that's just going to be a little bit too high. It's at like 77 centimeters now, the top of the table. So I think I need to take this off and then drill a hole in the floor to fit the actuator. I've also, you may have noticed, put these braces on and other slides on here so that all the weight, when it's pivoting in this direction because of the weight of the monitor, isn't just on these two, but it's taking the weight on that, and it's not putting too much load on the actuator. I think that should work. It's absolutely solid. I can literally pick it up from this, so should be good. Right, so do that.
So this is going to be really bad dubbing because I forgot to record it on my mic, but basically what I'm saying is I've 3D printed this part that's going to hold the actuator into position. It's also going to be held by cable ties, and it's going to be into the floor of the van as well, stopping it moving, but I wanted belt and braces.
Right, let's see. So I've got the insulation in now. I just need to stick this in here. I'm going to put another cable tie in, I think, just to make 100% sure this is good. So I need to find my cable ties. Right, finally, let's put it back in. So, that should go in that hole, which means it should. Oh, that's good. Right.
One eternity later.
So cut to 7 months later, and I have now come back to building this. Why I started with this, I have no idea, but I'm now back to building it, and that's why things are just a little bit more moved on. I didn't record it all, to be honest. Whew, this has taken way longer than it should have done. So I have now done it's so heavy as well. I've done the top on this, so the oak top, so it sort of matches when it comes up. The thing that's really been time consuming is just getting this cable thing the right way round, and basically so I don't snag any cables. Why I made this right at the very beginning of the whole process, and why I made it, I don't know, but it'll be cool when it's done. But we're nearly there now. We're going to start installing it, so I'm going to go over to the van after probably 3 days in the workshop trying to figure this all out, and I'll sort of put all the bits in and explain it as I do it. Right, so obviously when this goes up and down, I've got to manage the cable in here. So I've got this. This is a thing for cable management when things are moving. They use them on CNC machines. So I've attached it to the top. I'm going to attach it to the bottom here with a bit of wood, and that should manage my cables, hopefully. Right, so I've obviously got this box that this seat's going to sit on too. There's going to be a pull-out drawer that comes in and out of here, and then here is going to be where my laptop sits, in a sort of hidden drawer that'll connect to my monitor that comes up and down here. There'll be a table that goes backwards and forwards here. Now I've made all the boxes and spray painted them because that was boring, you didn't want to see that. So now I'm going to install it all and get all the cables connected and everything. And then the final thing is I've just got to make this table. I've worked out how I'm going to do this. The reason it needs to move is there isn't a lot of room, and I want to be able to move it forward. If I've got my dinner or something, put it on, sit in easy, and then move it back towards me. So I've come up with a solution to be able to do that. Oh. Just like, it's taken so long, this. Right, I've got this in now. Basically, I've got this is the sort of replacement table that comes up. The other one sort of folds out of the way. The tricky thing with this is getting everything in and connected, because it's sort of tricky getting all the wires through. I've obviously got to have my monitor on with the wire from the monitor, because stupid Mac monitors, you can't take the wire out of the back of it. So I'm going to have to sort of put it all in now, and hopefully it'll all work. So Wish me luck. I'm going to stop swearing very soon, I should think, with this. Right, that can go there. Let me interject. What I was trying to do here was work out how long the wire needed to be when the monitor folded and then came out. But it was fairly simple, really. I don't know what I was getting myself in a tiz about. I worked it out in the end. Oh. So that, if the cable's connected down there, that's going to go back like that, and then down like that. Should be okay, I think. Don't think my cable's long enough. Might be long enough. Probably not. I'm going to get that bit in next. Right, so I'm going to put this in. These are two 3D printed laptop sort of holders that should allow me to put the laptop in there. This is tricky because I've got to sort of put this down here and there's going to be a lot of connections after I've put it down. So here goes. Right, how am I going to do this? Get the seat out of the way. I'm going to have to take that off. This is the story of the campervan. Doing something, it not quite working, going and doing it again, coming back, checking it, it doesn't fit, doing it again. Everything takes 3 times longer than you expect. Should have put that in before I screwed this in. That was a bad move. There we go. It's good fit, very good fit. Okay. That's good. That should be matching there, which it is. Right. Got to screw that in now. Once I finally got the box in, I got all the wiring in for the lift and finished the control panel faceplate for the switches. That would allow me to control the lift. So I decided to make the faceplate with the 240 volt plug and a 12 volt plug as well, out of the leftover ceiling I had. I thought it would tie in really nicely. Here you can see I'm just doing some jigsawing to cut out the holes for the switch, the 12 volt plug and a 240 volt plug. The blue tape is to stop any chipping of the oak veneer. It's all done now, everything fits well. The 12 volt plug is so that I can plug in different things. So if I want a USB adapter, I can plug in that. If I want to plug in a vacuum cleaner, say, then I can plug in that. I've got these throughout my van. Right, we are getting there with this area now. So I've just got to put the seats in place, put the table that I made on, and then this area is finished, and it looks pretty good. So the idea for the seats is I'm going to use some seats from John Lewis, which is a UK department store. The reason I do these is because this is what I use inside for my dining table, and it's the best option for my back, really. So I thought, why not use them here? So they're going to go here like this. So I just need to drill some holes in this to bolt it up from underneath. That's pretty simple, really. So I made a template around the bottom of it. That was my good lady wife's idea, and I'm just going to mark this corner and then work out the other ones. Should work well. Okay, I put my laptop in the dock. All I have to do now is press this button and hopefully the monitor should come up. Shall we give it a go? The laptop is all set up, ready to go with Lightroom. And now I can just move it to where I want. So maybe I want it about there, like that. And I can quite easily edit my laptop photos knowing the colour's going to be good. And I'm going to be doing a lot of this, also editing videos on here as well when I'm out in the field. It's good for my neck, it's at the right height, and it just makes the desk a little bit clearer as well. And I like using a mouse more. So yeah, this has worked really well. I've put some oak in here, so it all looks really good. This is slidable, so I can move it back and get out easily. And it's charging the laptop at the same time as well. And I can check up there to see how many watts it's charging at. So I'm so happy with this. It's worked so well. I can't wait to show you the rest of the camper van. It's all finished now, apart from one thing, the doors. I'm off to Japan now though, so hopefully I'm going to get some good photos from there. It is a family vacation. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this camper van build. There's one more video where I'm going to show you the finished camper van, but it's been a really big journey. Right, edit. Okay, this is exciting. Perfect. Yes, it fits. Oh, it fits so well. Let's just hope it's comfy.